All right, I think you're going to like this cute craft today. We are going to make Humpty Dumpty. So in your After the Fall packet, you're going to go way back to this page here. You can see Humpty Dumpty. Here's some arms. I'm going to rip that page out. There's a lot of pages. You're going to need this bow tie page. You're going to need this page with the pants. And you're going to need this page that says After the Fall. Okay, so there's 4 pages. Get those ripped out. Pause me while you do it. Then come back. All right, so step 1. I really think step 1 should be color, because if we do not color first, it just makes it harder to color after we've cut it out. So you actually don't need to color the egg. The egg is white, and his arms can be white. This whole page should be white, so leave it. On the bow tie page, you're going to pick a bow tie. Uh-oh, you guys, Lily stole my crayons. That girl. I'm gonna have to color with markers. You can color with markers if you want. I like crayons better, so I would probably use crayons if I had a choice, but I'm not gonna go get the crayons right now. So just pick one bow tie. You don't need all of these. You're welcome to keep the others to do a different craft on your own, but you're gonna pick a bow tie and you're just gonna color it. And you can be kind of messy about it, because guess what? You're gonna cut it out and you're never gonna see where you got out of the lines. See how quick that was? I'm gonna cut on these lines anyway, so it's okay if I got out of the lines. So I'm gonna leave that for my bow tie. And there's only actually one more thing to color, and that is the pants. So when you finish your bow tie, you're gonna grab your pants, choose a color for them, and color away. And once again, you're gonna cut out these pants, so if you don't color right in the lines, it's gonna be all right, because you're not even gonna see that stuff. I think marker looks a little bit messier. I do prefer crayons, but Lily did not want me to have crayons today, it seems. Okay, so pause me if you're not done coloring, because I'm going to move on. The next step is to cut everything out. So I'm going to start with this page. I'm going to cut out his head, and I'm going to cut out his arms. If I can find, oh, here's my scissors. I knew I had those somewhere. All right, so you know what might even make this easier, because there's a lot of stuff to cut out here. If you separate the arms and like cut along the bottom of his head here, and I'm just going to cut those arms off. If you can separate his head from his arms, it's going to make it a little bit easier to cut things out. So I'll cut the rest of his head out first. Got his head, scraps on the floor. I like to put my scraps on the floor and then pick them all up when I'm done. All right, getting the arms. There's one arm. Okay, I've got both arms. I'm going to set the arms to the side, and I'm going to actually go to the pants, okay? I'm gonna cut the pants out next because we're gonna glue the pants right on top of him. Don't worry if I'm cutting faster than you. You know that you can pause. So once I start building things and gluing things down, if you're not done cutting those things out, you'll want to pause me and finish cutting. And you can follow along. Kind of like to rip off. Once I get all of that like extra paper that I've cut, I just kind of rip it off away from the pants. Like this. I can just rip. Come on. Just got to make sure you don't rip the pants. That's all. Okay, keep the feet attached. Don't cut those off. All right, get rid of my scraps. So, pause me if you do not have the pants, the arms, and the face cut out, okay? Here's what you do once they are all cut out. I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of Humpty Dumpty. Just like on the bottom of his face here. Not too high up. And I'm going to try and match these pants up to the bottom so that it covers it perfectly. There we go. I'm going to add a little more glue. You might need a little more glue on the sides if you didn't put glue up far enough. There we go. Okay. Now Humpty Dumpty is glued to his pants. Next we can do the arms. So the arms, let's see, what side goes up? I'm thinking the bigger side. You see how like this side is a little bigger than this side? I think this is the top of his arms, like the upper part of his arms, and this is like the lower part where his hand would be. So I'm gonna make the bigger part go toward the top. You might need to, like, I couldn't do it on this side, right? Because when I put it on this side, only the small part could go to the top. So I needed to flip it around to the other side of Humpty Dumpty. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little glue on the end of his arm here. And I'm gonna put it, let's see, the example that I have has his arms. It's like he's holding them behind his back. So I'm gonna kind of glue this behind his head up here so that his arm can be behind his back. You see how it's tucked in back there? So now I can just add some glue to the bottom of his arm and glue it to his body. That way it won't accidentally rip off. So I've got glue here and I've got glue here on his arm. And I can do the same for the other side. So I'm going to kind of figure out where I want it first. I want his arm to be tucked in and I want that hand to be able to be tucked in. Okay, so that's where I want it. So I'll put some glue here and some glue here. Tuck it back in there. There we go. There's his arms. Beautiful. Okay, next step. I'm probably going faster than you. Remember to pause me, okay? Don't get frustrated and try to keep up. Just pause me. I know I'm going quickly. That's because I just don't want to keep anybody waiting. Next is the bow tie. So I'll cut out just the one that I colored. Beautiful. Okay, there's my bow tie. And you're just gonna glue it right where the bow tie goes, right there. It should be kind of like at the top of his pants. Top in the middle. There we go. Bow tie. And this last part is my favorite part. So pause me if you're not done gluing all of this stuff together, because here is my favorite part. If you have a Band-Aid, you should grab one, because we're going to draw some little cracks in Humpty Dumpty's head, and we're going to bandage it up together. So I'm going to like draw a crack over here, and my crack is going to be like, you know how a crack looks, like they're straight lines, but they're like zigzag. So maybe like a crack goes down his face there. Maybe it cracks off this way. Maybe there's a little crack going down the middle. Maybe one more crack on the other side. Poor Humpty, all cracked. So you can use as many Band-Aids as you want. I just grabbed one because, I don't know, I think I'm just gonna like the look of one better. And so I'm going to actually unpeel the Band-Aid, open it up, and put it on one of his cracks. You can pick whichever one. If you wanted three Band-Aids and put a Band-Aid on each crack, you could do that. It's up to you, but I think he's so cute. Okay, here's the last step of your little craft. I love this Humpty Dumpty. The last thing you'll do on this after the fall page is I want you to write the lesson. What does Humpty Dumpty teach us? So I will start this for you, and you're going to end it. Here's how I want you to start it. I want you to say, Humpty Dumpty teaches me, and you're gonna fill out the rest of the sentence. Humpty Dumpty teaches me what? What does he teach you in this story? What is the lesson? Okay, period at the end. You're welcome to put your name on it. You don't have to, because there's no one else that you're gonna get it mixed up with. And then I would cut this out and maybe like glue it to the bottom of his shoes, or you can keep it separate. It's up to you. If you just want this cute Humpty Dumpty to yourself, that is fine. Just make sure that you finish this sentence. I'll leave it here for you to copy it, and then you're all set. All right, good job, you guys. See you later.